Nigel Mansell's Formula One career, the lion roar, and the drama of his championship triumph. Nigel Mansell, affectionately dubbed the Lion of Formula One, carved out a career that remains one of the most compelling stories in motorsport history. His journey through Formula One, spanning from 1980 to 1995, was marked by raw talent, relentless determination, and a visceral connection with fans that made him a beloved figure. His 1992 World Championship win with Williams, a culmination of years of struggle, heartbreak, and sheer brilliance, stands as one of the sport's most dramatic triumphs. This video explores Mansell's career, the reasons behind his enduring popularity, and the electrifying drama of his championship victory. Born in Upton-on-Severn, England, in 1953, Nigel Mansell was not a product of privilege. Unlike many of his peers in the glamorous world of Formula One, a former aerospace engineer who worked his way up through karting and lower formulae, Mansell's blue-collar roots resonated with fans. He wasn't a polished aristocrat. He was a gritty, hard-working racer who poured his heart into every lap. His aggressive driving style, bold overtakes, wheel-to-wheel battles, and a refusal to yield earned him the nickname Il Leone, the Lion, from Italian fans, particularly during his stint with Ferrari. Mansell's relatability extended beyond his background. He wore his emotions openly, whether celebrating a hard-fought victory or visibly frustrated after a mechanical failure. Fans saw a man who cared as much as they did, a stark contrast to the often stoic personas of other drivers. His willingness to push cars to their limits, sometimes beyond, as seen in iconic moments like his daring pass on Nelson Piquet at Silverstone in 1987, thrilled audiences and cemented his reputation as a driver who left nothing on the table. His tenure with teams like Lotus, Williams, and Ferrari was punctuated by moments of brilliance, but also plagued by misfortune. Mechanical failures, crashes, and controversial team dynamics often robbed him of victories. Yet Mansell's resilience in the face of adversity, whether recovering from a broken back in his early career or battling unreliable cars, endeared him to fans who saw him as an underdog fighting against the odds. By the time he joined Williams in 1985, Mansell was already a cult hero, but his path to the championship would test his resolve like never before. Mansell's Formula One career began with Lotus in 1980, where he showed flashes of talent but struggled with underfunded machinery. His move to Williams in 1985 marked a turning point, as he began to compete at the front. His first Grand Prix win at Brands Hatch that year was a cathartic moment, met with roaring approval from British fans. Over the next few years, Mansell became a consistent contender, but his championship bids in 1986 and 1987 were thwarted by bad luck. In 1986, a dramatic tire blowout in Adelaide cost him the title, handing it to Alain Prost. In 1987, a crash during practice in Japan ended his campaign, with Nelson Piquet taking the crown. Mansell's move to Ferrari in 1989 brought new challenges and heightened his legend. Driving for the sport's most iconic team, he won his first race for Ferrari in Brazil, defying a faulty gearbox in a display of sheer grit. His 1989 Hungarian Grand Prix victory, where he charged from 12th on the grid to win, remains one of the most audacious drives in F1 history. Fans adored his passion, but Ferrari's internal politics and unreliable cars frustrated his title hopes. By 1991, Mansell was back with Williams, driving the technologically advanced FW14. Despite winning 5 races, he was outmaneuvered by Ayrton Senna's consistency and finished second in the championship. The stage was set for 1992, a season that would define Mansell's legacy and deliver one of the most dominant yet dramatic championship campaigns in Formula One history. The 1992 season was Mansell's magnum opus. Piloting the Williams FW14B, a car equipped with cutting-edge active suspension and traction control, Mansell was virtually untouchable. He won 9 races, a record at the time, and secured pole position in 14 of the 16 races. His dominance was staggering, but the season was far from a straightforward coronation. The drama began early, with Mansell's teammate Riccardo Patrese struggling to match his pace, creating tension within Williams. Meanwhile, the shadow of Ayrton Senna, the reigning champion, loomed large. Senna's McLaren was no match for the Williams, but his relentless attacks, particularly at Monaco, where he fended off Mansell in a thrilling duel, kept the pressure on. Mansell's aggressive style led to heart-stopping moments, like his near collision with Senna at Barcelona, which only amplified the fans' adoration for his fearless approach. Off the track, the season was fraught with intrigue. Mansell's relationship with Williams was strained by contract disputes and the team's decision to sign Alain Prost for 1993, signaling they might not retain their star driver. Fans rallied behind Mansell, seeing him as a man battling not just rivals but his own team's politics. The British Grand Prix at Silverstone was a high point, with Mansell's victory sparking a fan invasion of the track, a testament to his status as a national hero. The championship climax came at the Hungarian Grand Prix, where Mansell finished second despite a late puncture, securing enough points to clinch the title with 5 races to spare. The moment was electric. Mansell, the perennial nearly man, had finally conquered Formula One at the age of 39. The Hungaroring victory lap, with Mansell visibly emotional, resonated deeply with fans who had followed his tumultuous journey. Yet the drama didn't end there. Weeks later, Mansell announced he would leave Williams. Stunned by their refusal to guarantee his seat over Prost, his decision to retire from F1 temporarily, as he returned in 1994 and joined IndyCar in 1993, added a bittersweet note to his triumph. Fans felt his pain, believing he deserved better from the sport he had given so much to. Mansell's appeal lay in his authenticity and tenacity. He wasn't just a driver, he was a fighter who embodied the dreams of ordinary fans. His never-say-die attitude, coupled with a driving style that pushed the limits of man and machine, made every race a spectacle. Whether it was his iconic Red 5 Williams car screaming past rivals or his heartfelt post-race interviews, Mansell connected with audiences on a visceral level. His 1992 championship was not just a victory but a vindication of his perseverance, making it all the more meaningful. Moreover, Mansell's battles both on the track, with legends like Senna and Prost, and off it with team politics gave his career a narrative arc that fans couldn't resist. He was the everyman who dared to challenge the elite, and his flaws, like occasional petulance or overzealous moves, only made him more human. Nigel Mansell's 1992 championship remains one of the most dominant in F1 history, with 108 points from 16 races and a record-breaking 9 wins. His career total of 31 victories and 32 pole positions underscores his talent. But numbers alone don't capture his impact. Mansell brought passion to a sport that could feel cold and calculated, inspiring a generation of fans and drivers. His brief return to F1 in 1994, winning the Australian Grand Prix for Williams, and his IndyCar championship in 1993 further showcased his versatility. Yet it's the 1992 season, with its blend of dominance and drama, that defines his legacy. Mansell's story is one of triumph over adversity, a tale that continues to resonate with fans who saw in him not just a champion, but a lion who roared for them. In conclusion, Nigel Mansell's Formula One career was a roller coaster of highs and lows, defined by his fearless driving, emotional authenticity, and unrelenting spirit. His 1992 championship, fraught with on-track battles and off-track turmoil, was a fitting climax to a career that captured the hearts of millions. Mansell wasn't just loved, he was revered as a symbol of what it means to fight, fall, and rise again. A true lion of Formula One.